Hello. All right. Deja Vu, Olivia's second single. Though, let's be honest, she's written a ton of really good songs before, little snippets. As you probably know if you're watching this, her first single, Driver's License, went super viral and was like the most streamed song ever, which is awesome. And that was released like a month or two ago, and now she's back at it with another single. Though she's been writing songs for a long time. You know, she's from High School Musical, the musical series. She also just posts a lot of like little snippets of songs that she's written on her Instagram, and they're really good.
Your hand on my leg under the oil painted sky, wind blowing through our hair on the 405. The traffic's at a standstill, it's LA, what you expect? We're listening to Zeppelin, you're kissing my neck. You cradle me in your arms in the dark in the back. We're looking at the stars, the moon's lit, Cheshire Cat, and your parents can probably see you from the window. They'll say they're just kids, oh what the hell do they know? Scared, I love you so much, I'm scared. 'Cause they say young love's a lost story, it's a lesson.
She's a really talented songwriter, especially at such a young age. And one thing that I really love about her writing is, well, first of all, the detail and the storytelling, but the fact that she uses objects to tell the story and show kind of the emotion of the song. So in Driver's License, obviously her driver's license is kind of the object, and it takes us through the story of getting your driver's license and kind of this backstory with this guy and how they had this, you know, they talked about getting their driver's licenses and kind of this thing that they had with driving, and how that all those emotions kind of bubbled up to the surface with getting her driver's license, this thing that they always talked about, but then he's not there, and then you hear it's the, you know, emotions of this breakup, but it's all kind of centered around this driver's license and driving and whatnot. And then in Deja Vu, it starts out with these like images and things like car rides to Malibu, strawberry ice cream, exchanging jackets. We kind of have these visuals. In Deja Vu, those kind of things are used to show the intimacy of their relationship. At least this is how I interpreted it, right? Like their intimacy, and it was their thing and their inside jokes, and then how that's being kind of repeated with this new person and kind of the emotions behind that situation. She talks about these things that they used to do, like strawberry ice cream, singing Uptown Girl by Billy Joel, and all these kind of like images, and then a lot of them come back later in the song, like in the bridge and whatnot, which is, you know, deja vu, because in the song structure it literally is deja vu because those images are coming back and repeated later in the song. And also obviously deja vu because like the idea that he's getting deja vu with his new girl, because it's the repeated intimacy, but it's almost like you can't repeat that intimacy, and so the kind of that deja vu of the two girls and the situation and the scenario and the things that they're doing together. So that's kind of like one of the messages in the song. And then it's literally like the images are repeated. I took a way longer to explain that than I probably should have. Another little aspect of deja vu and repeated themes is, you know, the theme of driving from Driver's License, which was obviously had this motif of driving, to literally starting out the song with car rides to Malibu. Although driving doesn't take as big of a role in the song as Driver's License, there's still that aspect there, and the song kind of starts out with that, which is cool. It's almost like a nod to Driver's License, her first song. And also that line, strawberry ice cream, 1 spoon for 2, is such a great, like, it just shows her really great writing. Like, it's such a great line. Because, you see this, strawberry ice cream, descriptive, right? It's not just ice cream. You get a flavor, you get kind of like a color, and 1 spoon for 2. So you know that it's like this relationship, and it kind of shows this intimacy, because you probably wouldn't be sharing a spoon with someone unless you're close to them, whether that's a relationship or friendship, whatever. But it shows this like intimacy, right? But it paints a picture. It's like a picture, and you get the emotions and understanding of kind of the intimacy of the situation. It also kind of makes you think of young love, because like ice cream makes you kind of think of youth, and getting ice cream in the summer with a love interest seems very like young love. It has that feel to it. And then when she goes like ha ha ha, but it's like all like weird sounding, I mean that in the best way possible, that's really cool, because in the moment when she had that experience with him, she was laughing, but now looking back at it, it's like laughing but devoid of emotion in a way, or there is emotion there, but it's not laughter and joy. It's kind of like almost sarcastic laughter. It's like, oh, like, yeah, that's not funny, it's repeated. Also, it's not funny for her because it's painful to see him doing the same things with a new person. Also, just the musical sound of it is very kind of like a little, I don't know if mystical is the right word, but it kind of has this like airy-ish feeling, which it kind of sounds like Deja Vu. It starts with this like kind of twinkly sounds. Just like the musicality of it feels kind of dreamy, I think is the right word, and it fits the tone of what you'd think a song about deja vu would sound like. And when she goes like she says, I bet she's bragging to all her friends, saying you're so unique. Like that little just adds so much character and personality. Like you kind of really get a feel on her emotions and attitude, which is kind of a complex attitude. Like there's a lot of emotions going on in this song. Her voice just is very emotionally expressive. She'll go soft, and then she'll kind of get stronger and angrier at points, and then she'll go soft again. And I think Driver's License really showcased her voice sounding hurt. And then here there's a bit more power in this song rather than lamenting. Kind of like, just different stages of going through a breakup and having that person be with a new person. One thing that was cool from the video is that, she's not necessarily showing any like hate towards the other girl. We know who that is. But it's just kind of reflecting on the situation and kind of showing how they're very similar and in the same things. And at the end it switches, right? Because she starts off, she's driving and she's like watching this girl kind of do all the things that she used to do, and then she realizes that the girl's watching her back. She's not just this like static away kind of thing. Like she's a woman too, with her emotions and her things going on, and she can see her too, kind of like, Olivia released Driver's License, and then Sabrina Carpenter released Skin. It's a two-way street, they're both seeing each other and can interact. And then she kind of tries to destroy the screens, but it's too late. And then you see the other girl driving in the same position that Olivia was in. So that could be taken different ways, right? And one could be like the guy might move on to the next girl and do all the same stuff, and then that girl finds herself in the same place that Olivia was. So that's one interpretation. Another could be that just it kind of shows just how kind of similar they are in their experiences, and that deja vu thing, that whole aspect of deja vu with them kind of mirroring each other. It's just kind of strengthening that. It's also kind of fun how when she says singing in harmony, another voice of hers comes in and she literally sings that part in harmony. So there's a lot of just kind of like fun little tidbits like that. Also, after she has a line about Billy Joel, she sings like a note, and it kind of almost sounds like a note from Uptown Girl. And that lyric, I hate to think that I was just your type. You know, it's kind of that feeling of, okay, did this person actually like me for me? Or did they just like me because I fit a mold of what they like? It's kind of like reducing a person down to a type, and this idea of deja vu, of repeated patterns, like, oh, like I was just your type and she's just your type, and we're just kind of it almost takes some of the humanity out of it. So that was an interesting line. And that line, I bet you even tell her that you love her in between the chorus and the verse when she's talking about Uptown Girl. That that's such a good line. That's a really great way of kind of showing this repeated intimacy that almost seems somewhat empty, because it's like, you know, saying I love you to someone is a very like intimate thing. It's a very personal thing, and the idea of it just being kind of repeated in the same, like, oh yeah, I bet you do this because you did that with me, and you know, you're repeating the same things. But yeah, overall, like throughout the song, like it starts out soft. Like it starts out, as I said, kind of dreamy, and her voice is soft, and it starts out with just these images. It kind of paints the picture, and then the song builds. There's that great moment where kind of like the drums and the bass and everything kind of kick in, and there's this really cool musical break, but it's soft at the beginning. Then at the end, she's like shouting, like, I know you get deja vu. So she starts by her voice and just attitude overall, and the song is soft, and then it goes to kind of loud and big and almost anthemic. Like it reminds me of like a Taylor Swift Cruel Summer, or I Knew You Were Trouble, or We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together. Like she's kind of like yelling and chanting at the end. Like, of course it changed from do you get deja vu as a question to kind of answering that, like, I know you get deja vu, you know? So there's that change there, but also in her voice and in the musicality of the song, there's that change as well. So it really does build throughout. And the lyric of that change from do you get deja vu to I know you get deja vu reflects that. Yeah, that was my, you know, little interpretation, little commentary there. I love the song. I love her songwriting and singing style and music, and I'm really glad that she's like releasing full-on actual songs now that I can stream on Spotify and stuff. Excited for new music. I think she's really talented, and yeah, let me know what you thought of the song, your interpretations. And yeah, I'll see you soon. I'm gonna go and get some strawberry ice cream because I'm craving it now. Thanks, Olivia. All right, have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, whenever you're watching this. And yeah, thank you for watching. Mwah. Bye.